13, Denver, Colorado. I am here with Wim Benz from Lakewood Brewing in
Garland, Texas.
Garland, Texas.
Scenic Garland.
Scenic Garland. Beautiful, scenic Garland, Texas.
Garland, Texas, exactly.
A good friend of mine lives in Dallas, and he ships a lot of beer up to me from Dallas, and your beers are some that he has sent up to me.
That's great.
I've had a great Belgian IPA from you. I've had the Temptress, which is a ginormous big chocolate milk stout that I'm enjoying right now. Tell me a little bit of history. How did the brewery get started? What's your background?
Okay. Well, I was born in Belgium, so I guess that's kind of where my first exposure to beer, or to good beer, really came from. I was raised in Texas, raised in North Texas, and lived in the DFW area. Went to school for advertising, did that, and started homebrewing. And, you know, it's kind of a tried and true story for a lot of brewers around here. You start in your kitchen, you move to your garage, and then you find a bigger garage. So we have a big garage now in Garland, Texas. So it's that's kind of how it evolved. We're about 14 months old now, and we are selling a ton of beer, and we couldn't be happier. We're growing very, very quickly, and still self-distributed, still only in DFW. Our beer doesn't travel more than 50 miles from the brewery.
Nice. So you say you were born in Belgium?
Yeah.
How long did you live there?
I lived there till I was 7.
Okay. So probably not a huge beer drinker.
Not a huge beer drinker at that time, but we used to go back every year, visit family, and as through my teenage years and then into my 20s, you really start to appreciate beer, and it's such a embedded part of the culture there. That it's just, that's what kind of got me into homebrewing. I wanted to make some of those things that weren't imported yet here. And this is back in the late 90s. The import business really didn't pick up until a little bit after that. So I wanted that taste from home. I wanted to really start exploring beer, and got into American craft beer through Belgian beers. So now we make, our motto at the brewery is internationally inspired and locally crafted beers. So Temptress is an imperial sweet stout, so an English influence there. Hop Trap is our Belgian IPA, Belgian influence there. We do a Vienna lager, we do an American rye wheat beer. So we're kind of all over the map, literally, in all the styles that we do. But we try to kind of pick and choose. What are the really cool flavors and really cool things that other countries are doing that we can do too, and then put our own little twist on it.
So take me a little bit into this Temptress. For some reason, I don't know where this came from. I could be just making this up off the top of my head. For some reason, I have this sense that you use a Belgian yeast in this?
No, we actually use an English yeast in it.
Okay, that makes sense, because I don't taste Belgian, but for some reason I had some.
Yeah, Temptress really doesn't have a whole lot of influence except for the Belgian chocolate malt. We have a pretty hefty amount of Belgian chocolate malt in there to really bring out those chocolatey flavors. And then we add a little bit of Madagascar bourbon vanilla, which has no bourbon, it's just the name of the island. And that really brings out, it's kind of that little baker's secret. It really brings out the chocolatey notes in the beer. So it's big, rich, thick, luscious beer. It's been called Sex in a Glass, an adult milkshake. It's definitely the one we're known for. It's very big, sweet, chocolatey, yummy beer. People love to do all kinds of stuff with it. People use it as dessert. They put it on dessert. They put some ice cream in it, or they make dessert with the beer.
Yeah, I can see that. It definitely is a dessert in a glass.
Absolutely.
So I recently taught a class on beer cocktails with a guy from the Minnesota Craft Cocktail Guild.
Yep.
He also owns a bitters company, so they make their own bitters. And they have a chocolate cherry vanilla bitters. That would be really good in this beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, any kind of raspberry beer that you can put with this beer, like half and half. There's another brewery near us, 903 Brewers, that just got started. They do a coconut beer, and a little bit of that with a little bit of Temptress. It's fun. It's fun to mix and match beers. We do it at the brewery. We put a little Temptress and a little Hop Trap, call it a Temp Trap. Beer's fun. Beer's meant to be fun, and we have a good time with it.
Talk about some of your other beers. If you could, you said it was sort of local beers with an international influence. What other kinds of things do you make? Like I said, I've had the Belgian IPA, which was really nice.
Right. So we do a Belgian Pilsner as well. That's our summer seasonal. It's called Zomer Pils. It's all Belgian Pilsner malt. We do a Bier de Garde, That was one of our Legendary Series beer, La Dame du Lac. We do a Saison for the spring. We do a Munich-style Dunkel with pumpkin spices for the fall called Punkel. And then we barrel age, bourbon barrel age Temptress for the winter. Bourbon barrel age Temptress. So it's, you know, that's another really, really good one that we're very excited about. But we have our Legendary Series beer. Those are one-offs that we do. Kind of keep our brewers on their toes, let them experiment, let them have fun. And we do kind of far-out styles. We've done the Bière de Garde that I mentioned. We've done a Belgian Strong, Dark Strong, and one that's out right now. It's called Goatman. It's a half Imperial Black IPA, half Schwartz beer. So it's an Imperial Black IPA with a lager yeast. And it's got a lot of Simcoe, a lot of that West Coast kind of sensibility, dank, dry hop dank sensibility to it. So, you know, we're all over the map as far as our beers are concerned, but, you know, we try to keep an eye on quality, and obviously freshness, you know, trying to keep it as close to home as possible.
That last one sounds tasty.
It's very tasty.
So I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time here, and enjoy the fest. Cheers.
Cheers. Skål.